Hello everyone, welcome to Phoenix Talk. I am your host, Alina Nunez. On our show today, we will have several stories that we would like to share with you. Our first story is about one of our favorite teachers, Mr. DiMaggio, who will be retiring this year. We interviewed Mr. DiMaggio and a few others to reflect on his many years of service. Here we have Janae and Solana with this story.
Hi, my name is Janae, and today we'll be interviewing one of our most veteran and loved teachers, Mr. DiMaggio, who will be unfortunately retiring. In this interview, we'll be learning more about his retirement and his career. Okay, Mr. DiMaggio, how long have you been teaching?
I'd like to thank you for the interview. This is fantastic. I appreciate it deeply. I have now been teaching 31 years. It's been amazing. I just love it. I chose a great career.
Okay. So since you have been teaching for 31 years, that's a long time, were there ever times that you regretted becoming a teacher?
Never, not once in my career. Even during the COVID time when everything was difficult for all of us, it's always been amazing to work with young people. Really, truly keeps me young. It's something that you love to do, and if you ever notice, I barely look at the clock whenever we're in the classroom together. And that shows you right there that someone's having fun, and I have fun with you guys, and I hope you learned along the way.
Okay. So what times made you really grateful for becoming a teacher?
About 16 years ago now, I ended up being at Harlem Renaissance High School, and as you can see, I've been here a long time. I've seen a lot of student characters come through the door. And I've seen a lot of kids that have needed help and have gotten help from our school. And I've always believed that if you come to Harlem Renaissance High School, you'll get a solid education and you'll get a wonderful high school experience. And I'm proud to be part of that.
So how does it feel to be retiring after so long of teaching?
Woo! Did you get that? This is amazing. And your time will come as the younger generation and stuff like that. And it's kind of scary. And it's something you guys can actually relate to me right now, because I remember when I was young adult, high school, I was like, what's the next chapter of my life going to be? And now I'm at my age, I'm not going to say my age, and I'm at my age and I have that same kind of feelings. What's the next chapter of my life? Where do I go from here? So there's a little bit of uncertainty, but I'm very fortunate. I have this as my background. I have a lot of options open to me, and that's the number one thing that you could all wish for in life, is in your careers to have options available to you.
Okay, so what are some things that you hope to do while being retired? What is your plan?
I have a bucket list in terms of visiting the 50 U.S. states, and I've hit something like 41 states, and so I plan to finish that and see all 50 states. And then the world is a beautiful place. I love to travel to some of these countries, maybe even do a little bit of volunteer work, but in America, just do things to enrich myself. I was actually looking at some colleges for some supplemental classes to take that I'd be curious to take,
What are you going to miss the most about Harlem Renaissance?
Oh, that's a tough question.
You're not going to miss us?
Who? What? Am I going to miss the kids? Of course I'm going to miss you guys. I mean, you saw what just happened where I had someone from 2014 come here to say hello. I will miss every student that I've ever encountered. I hope I've made an impact on your lives in terms of education, in terms of making it fun, just like if you were my kids and stuff like that. Teaching is a wonderful career. It truly, truly is. When you can interact with kids and the back and forth, and sometimes you'll have that eureka moment where, a kid will get something and stuff. It's known as a psychic reward, and it's fantastic to have it, I will miss the staff. I've been very fortunate with every administrative staff that I've had, teaching staff that I've had. All good people, all solid people. I mean, this is the type of environment that you want to work in, where I can just play around and mess around with my fellow coworkers, and it's all in good fun. And that's the type of job environment and career environment you guys actually want, where you walk in and it's not like a workplace. It is. I spend more time awake here than I do at home other than sleeping. So this is my second family. This is my life and stuff like that. And the greatest thing truly is for me, a highlight is when kids come back and they've graduated and they've succeeded in their life and they've done something. I feel like I have a purpose in life. Like part of my purpose in life has been accomplished. So Janae, I see you down the road. I'll come and visit here. Maybe I'll see you. You tell me all good things. That makes me proud. You know, if a carpenter does something, they build it, they see it right there. It's a tangible result, right? For a teacher, I'm not going to see the results for a couple of years. You know, from when you guys come back and say, listen, you know, I got a career, I got a family, and that's all I want, right? What you guys want, a career, someone to love, someone to be loved. Those are the things that we strive for in life. So when you guys succeed, 100%. And I can't even make a joke here because it's like serious. I really, really, it makes me feel so good. And I wish you all that.
Aw. Thank you, Mr. DiMaggio.
Hello, everyone. Today I am here with
Elijah.
Elijah is a senior at Harlem Renaissance High School, and today I have a couple of questions for him about one of our fellow teachers. My first question is, how long have you known Mr. DiMaggio?
I've known Mr. DiMaggio going on 3 years.
And what is your favorite memory of Mr. DiMaggio?
Just being in his class, he's a generally funny person. He brings like a very lively energy to teaching.
Why is he a great teacher to you?
He changed me. Like, I don't know how to explain it. He just touched my heart in a way nobody else could.
Hello, everyone. Today I am here with
Miss Osorio.
Miss Osario is our gym teacher at Harlem Renaissance. And Miss Osario, I have a few questions about our fellow teacher, Mr. DiMaggio. How long have you known him?
I've known Mr. DiMaggio for 6 years.
What's your favorite memory of Mr. DiMaggio?
You know, my favorite memory is when my brother passed away. He was there for me, him and his family, and it was very comforting. So I'll always have that in my heart.
Why is he such a great coworker to you?
Frank DiMaggio is a great coworker because he's fun, he's energetic, he makes his students and coworkers feel welcome, warm, and safe.
You could tell the consistency of the compliments that Mr. DiMaggio receives are real. He is a genuine person who people feel like they can confide in. Hello, Harlem Renaissance. Today I am here with
Miss Yearwood.
Miss Yearwood has been here for, a couple of years, and she is very familiar with Mr. DiMaggio. My question is, how long have you known him?
Over 10 years.
Wow, that's the largest amount of years out of everybody we've interviewed today. My question right now is, what is your favorite memory of Mr. DiMaggio?
I have several favorite memories of him. The one in particular is his enthusiasm for his work and his profession.
Recalling back to what I've said before, a lot of Mr. DiMaggio's compliments all align with one another, representing who he really is as a person. Why is he such a great coworker to you?
He's funny. He's also a very thoughtful, warm person, and he cheers us up. I will miss him dearly as both a friend, a colleague, and a fellow unionist.
That's really heartwarming to hear. Back to the studio.
It's nice to see that a teaching career can be so fulfilling to a teacher and that has made such a difference in people's lives. Good luck and happy retirement. It's well deserved. So for our next story, we wanted to highlight a program at our school that really helps our students. The Level Up program helps provide students with help with college, job training, and counseling services. Here is Michael interviewing Jaslyn Rojas from the Level Up program.
Good afternoon, Harlem Renaissance, and today we're here with Level Up. Today we're actually here specifically with Jazz, and we're going to talk about Level Up today. So, hi Jazz, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
So of course. So today we're here to interview you about Level Up and what you guys bring to Harlem Renaissance. So can you tell me a bit about that?
Sure. So Level Up is a program that is run by Mission Society of New York. It's a nonprofit organization that provides services to a bunch of high schools around New York City. Here at Harlem Renaissance, we do things like social emotional counseling, which is my role as the social worker. Then we have post-secondary counseling, which is what Miss Mia does. So she helps students kind of decide what they want to do after they graduate, support them in doing college applications, trade school applications, things of that nature. We have an internship program, which is paid, that students in Harlem Renaissance can sign up for, and they get placed at a site and build job skills, which is awesome. And anything else that students might need support in.
That's really great that you guys help support Harlem Renaissance and think of us whenever you're doing things. So could you tell us like a bit of your successes in Harlem Renaissance that you've done so far?
I would say that the greatest success that the Level Up program has at Harlem Renaissance is seeing you guys graduate, right? So the whole purpose of coming to a school like Harlem Renaissance is to sort of get a second chance, right? And rework any struggles that you might have had in your previous school and turn them into strengths. And I think that through our programming, through the workshops that we host and the counseling that we provide you all, we can help you guys get to that success and sort of forget about your past, like you're moving forward, right? I think that seeing you guys in like June and March, like just move forward with your lives is one of the best things that can ever happen. And all my years of being at Harlem Renaissance, like seeing people walk across the stage has always been the greatest thing in the world, because there are a lot of you that think that you can't make it. And then we see you on that day and we're like, see, we told you. You just had to, you know, keep going onward and upward.
That's really sweet. That's really sweet. Really, really sweet. Can I ask, what do you think is your favorite thing besides graduation? What do you think specifically to you? What is your favorite thing about working with Level Up?
So that's a big question for me. So as the social worker, I would think that my favorite thing working with Level Up is the programming that we do. So I get to do a lot of really cool social emotional stuff. One of those things being like boys group. And it's an opportunity for young men in Harlem Renaissance to kind of come together and build community. I have a blast doing that because it gives you all a chance to sort of keep it real with each other, and also me be in the room and I get a few laughs as well. And also support you guys in sort of talking through feelings that are very difficult to speak about most of the time. I think that's the best part for me, is being able to build rapport with students and have them feel comfortable enough to share things with an unbiased opinion that they might not have the opportunity to do outside of school.
That's really good. That's really good. So what do you think yourself is the most difficult part with Level Up? What do you think is like the most difficult part about whether it's specifically your job or just Level Up in general?
I would say the hardest part, and I can only speak for myself, right, because every position is different. The hardest part for me as the social worker is definitely finding balance. So kind of knowing when to allow you guys to move on your own with your difficulties, and when I can be that person that sort of holds your hand through it, right? Oftentimes you guys are young and you're hard-headed, so it's hard for you guys to sort of see the next step in something, and I'm like, I just want to push you there. But I also have to understand that I can't do that all the time, because you need to grow. You guys are young adults. So I would say balance and kind of not caring too much sometimes is probably the most difficult part of the job.
Thank you, Jazz. Thank you today for your time and just telling us everything that Level Up brings to Harlem Renaissance. And thank you for just like showing us the insight to it. So with that being said, back to you guys at the studio.
Our final story is about a fantastic art program that our principal, Mr. Caputo, brought to HRHS. Mr. Paul Dio is a Harlem-based multimedia scenic painter. He is known for incorporating dreamscapes and murals based on culture lenses. Paul has joined HRHS to help our students benefit from his experience. Here's Sean with this story.
How y'all doing? This is Sean, and I'm here with
Paul Dio.
And today we're going to talk about the arts program that Harlem Renaissance has to offer to the students. So Paul, tell us about your upbringing and how you became an artist.
Wow, I come from a family of artists, and mostly my aunt, Aressa Moore, my mother's sister, she was the painter. She was the visual artist, and she would teach me all the skills, all the techniques. And so by the time I was 6 years old, I won an art contest for teenagers in Brooklyn. So from there, I really got into the art, and she exposed me to a lot. She would leave me in the Apollo Theater back in the days when James Brown, Aretha Franklin, and Al Green, those people performed 2 and 3 times a day. So that formed my art aesthetic. I'm like, wow, the energy that they were giving, I wanted to produce that with some visuals or whatever I could do. And so it just stayed really locked in. I really locked into art from there.
How did the Harlem Renaissance influence your art?
Wow, the Harlem Renaissance movement, wow, yeah, it came with a lot of great artists. At that time, the Harlem Renaissance, black artists in Harlem were being financed through the government for like a few years. So they were able to create and take leaps and bounds in the art game and be part of the art world. And today, we're celebrating their art. Today, right now at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, there's a whole exhibition with Harlem Renaissance artists. Yeah, so it was definitely beneficial.
So the arts program that Harlem Renaissance offer, how did that opportunity come to you?
Wow, yeah, I worked with the principal, James Caputo, in the past, and I saw that he was teaching at Harlem Renaissance High School. I'm like, wow, I don't live far from the school. So it was good to come and talk to him and check it out, and him telling me, asked me what I would do with the program, and I showed him some of the things I was doing with AI, with digital art, film and painting and murals and all. He said, man, would I like to come through? And so, yeah, it's been a pleasure ever since.
We're definitely lucky to have one of you. I ain't gonna lie, you're one of a kind for sure. But when it comes to working with the students, what's one thing you want the students to take away?
Wow, I'm the first teacher that'll tell you, like, don't listen to me, like, listen to yourself, listen to the ancestors trying to talk through you and letting that flow and trusting that more than anything. Because what I could tell you is, I could tell you generic stuff, give you some techniques or, some advice from my experiences. But the soul of it, something that's going to carry you on into the future, is you developing a trust of the thoughts that are coming through you and you owning that as your intellectual property. So it could change your financial situation for generations to come.
So do you believe when it comes to us just questioning ourselves and, becoming more in tune with ourselves, to trust within?
Most definitely. Yeah, because how else can your ancestors speak through you? You got to kind of listen to those things and to find and develop the discipline to manifest the vision of your divine destiny. Like, my divine destiny is art, so anything on the side of that, anything else, it's like I'm not going to pay it that much attention. So I could give the art, the thing that I'm here for, the thing that I'm on the planet for, I could give it all my attention.
Last question we have for Paul is, what kind of future projects do you have in store for yourself?
Well, I'm really into technology right now, so all the murals that I'm doing and future murals, I'm making them interactive. So when you walk up to them and put your phone up to them, if it's a person, you can interact with that person that's on the mural. Or if it's animation, the animation would be triggered. So I'm looking at bringing it from the 2D space into the interactive, into the 4D space.
It was nice talking to you, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, so we're going to pass it back to you.
All right. Thank you for that interview. It was such a positive thing to put art back into schools and be able to get Mr. Dio here. It is a great accomplishment. Well, this is our final show for 2023 to 2024 school year. I hope you guys enjoyed the work that we have done presenting it to you. I'm Alina Nunez, and this is Phoenix Talk at HRHS. Thank you for watching. Bye.